Hello, welcome to Duncan Egg Bricks and to part 59 of my Hogwarts MOC series. Today we're going to be finishing off what's probably the last part of actual castle that we're going to be building for this, and that is the Owlery. Now, those of you who saw my room redecorating video will have caught a glimpse of the Owlery a couple of times, as I've had it finished for a little while, but I thought I'd go back through and show you the building process and then the finished product as I put it into the shelves. So this is, contrary to the books, sits separate from the rest of the castle. I am following the movie version, so this is going to be on the opposite side of the wooden bridge from the main castle and stands kind of by itself. Not the most convenient place in the world to have an Owlery, but it is very atmospheric and looks very nice. So, took a little bit of deciding on how I wanted this to work, and eventually I settled on the large 6 diameter cylinders, the kind of half cylinders, and for that I'm therefore going to have a 6x6 plate as the base. And then we're actually going to lay some smaller plates on top of it. You'll also see some white detailing appearing here if I just tilt down a little bit. And I'll leave it up to you to decide whether this is just a very atmospheric, snowy scene or whether the white could maybe represent something else. But anyway, here is that 6 diameter cylinder, that half cylinder. It's a kind of useful piece in a way because it takes up quite a bit of space. It's quite structurally strong because it's all one piece, but it is slightly awkward to build with given the cutout just here. It's just a quirk of the design, but the reason that it's difficult is because the corresponding 6x3 curved or round plate also has the cutout, meaning it's quite difficult to join this onto other pieces. So for that reason, I've done these 2x2 45-degree tiles. And all that will enable me to do is add another level, just one plate or one tile thick of tan, to then actually connect it to the rest of the structure. Not that there's much of it there. Before we do that though, add a little bit of interior, just the first perch here with an owl. I've just put owl there and then a cylinder there as if it would have one, which is a little bit higher like that. Decided not to actually put an owl on that bit, but there are on other levels. Basically used up my entire stock of owls that I've accumulated. So that's just going to go there to fill in a little bit of the interior space. And then next what we're going to do is add these columns. Now these are just 1x2x5 bricks with a 1x2 brick on the top. Ooh, you can actually see that one's a little bit cracked. That's not good. I'll just hide that away. And that just brings it up to the correct height. Now, if I bring in the next bit, you will see what I mean about connecting it to the rest. We've got this curved bit here, and then there are some plates connecting it to here, but then there's also a 2x6 and a 1x6 plate there and a 2x2 just to fill the gap in. And if we put that all on the top like that, it actually connects these bits to this bit. Otherwise the line would be just here all the way up and things wouldn't connect properly. So I decided this was the better way to go, and it looks pretty good. These are a little bit dodgy because they don't quite follow the curvature, but I'm pretty happy with it overall. There we go, some more of that white detailing there. And then up to the next level is pretty similar, just another one of these cylinders. Incidentally, I've put stickers on both of them. I think this is an original sticker from the clock tower set, where it was part of Dumbledore's office. This one I've actually taken another sticker, cut it in half, and put, it's either half or I've basically butchered some existing stickers so that I could have some detail there. Similar deal on the next floor, got another one of these perches, but this time with 2 owls, just a generic grey one, and then a white one. This could be Hedwig, just roosting in the Owlery there. And then we continue on up with a similar thing on this side with another 1x2x5 brick with 1x2 on the top. But then on the other side, we have a much more complicated structure, and that is this. This is made up of a number of bricks and plates, including a 1x2 rounded plate, and then a 1x1 brick with 2 studs on the side just to hold on to these cheese slopes. And this is just going to be the very bottom of the kind of side tower that sticks out of the Owlery. There's lots of different kind of composite towers going on all over the place, so I've tried my best to replicate that, although it's not the easiest thing with Lego, especially with cylinders. So anyway, that goes on there and works out to be exactly the same height. And then we put on another one of these floors just there. Just going to take us up a little bit. So there we are, that's connected in a similar way to the one down here. So it's all nice and strong, got some owls in there, which is good. Right, next thing we need is this is where the floor actually sticks out a little bit more on corbels. So I'm going to use similar techniques to what I've done before with headlight bricks, plates and cheese slopes. One there, two there on a jumper plate. And then these ones go at 45-degree angles on the corners there. Another one there, I can slip it in, they do fit, just got to get everything at the right angle. And then another one over on the side there. I know these don't technically match up, but once everything's actually in place, it's quite difficult to tell. Just managed to knock the owl over off his perch down below. I'll just leave him, he'll rattle about. And then on the other side, what we actually need to add, or rather in front here, is some more bricks to support the floor above. Now this leaves this gap at the side here, and that's actually going to be filled by some other detailing in a minute. But what we'll do next is we can finally move on to this 4x8 curved piece with these 4x4 curved bricks on the top, and that just sits nicely on there. And you'll see, because of the headlight bricks, this matches up perfectly. It's a technique I've used several times before. Let's just remove that owl, I'll put him back later. And that just means that that works pretty seamlessly to support the kind of walkway floor above. Now on this side, I'm going to add another brick there, and then one of these, sorry, just getting the right part, one of these quarter cylinder pieces, which just goes here and continues that outer turret. So it would in reality obviously be a kind of half cylinder, but I've chopped away the back so we can get at the inside. And then we have got a couple more plates which should go there, and yeah, that is looking quite good. Then this assembly, which I picked up before, can go on there, and this can actually go over here, and that shows I've put this on the wrong way. In fact, I basically messed up here, so I'm going to have to move a detail there, and that needs to go there, and that needs to go there. This is actually representing a kind of tall tower that sticks out of the main roof, where the owls can go in and out, and that'll become more obvious in a second. Curved section on the top here. So this is basically the kind of walkway on the outside, and this is the entrance. Just because of the lack of availability of 3x3 and 5x5 curved bricks, I've had to just improvise a little bit. So we're going for the look ultimately, and not worrying too much about the actual way that it's physically possible. Next bit of floor now, which is actually going to be the base of the main kind of tower. That all gets locked together like that. And then we bring in the main roof section with another set of perches, just left these ones empty. It's just using the standard 8 wide roof piece, then tapering up to a point with a ski pole on the top, and that goes there. And that round 4x4 plate, incidentally, is there to lock this together. So again, that is nice and solid. Continue this large window on the side there with some bigger panel pieces just put on their sides there. And then really we're coming into the final details. We have the continuation of that side turret, which just goes here. I'm going to have to move the camera back a little bit, I think. And as you can see from the front, that looks really good, just continues up, looks like it's coming out of the roof, but it is ever so slightly behind it. And then the final detail, this is a piece from one of the Hogwarts Moments packs. This is an unprinted owl in tan, and it works as a statue there, and I thought what better place to put this as a statue than in the owlery. So I've just made it a little perch inside there. So there we go. We'll just pop this owl back on his perch down at the bottom, and there we go. There is the owlery, and I am personally very happy with how that's turned out. It's not got quite the right proportions overall, but I think using the existing Lego pieces and not doing anything too crazy, I'm pretty happy with how it looks. Let's get it back into the display. And there it is in place. As with a lot of the other bits of Hogwarts where I don't have terrain built yet, I've put it on some stacked bricks just to raise it up a little bit. In fact, it could probably be a bit higher. It might look better if it was sort of up here to the limits. Yeah, first time filming in the kind of new arrangement. Things are a little bit of a mess now as I move stuff around. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good. It is a shame I'm not really able to get that and also that part, because that's the way you'd actually get up to the Owlery. But I think this just works better in terms of the height of the pieces, and I think you can kind of imagine the way that that works. So yeah, there we go. There is the Owlery. What do you think of this? Let me know how you think the final bit of castle of Hogwarts has actually gone. And yeah, I look forward to building a bunch more terrain, fill that all in down there. I'm well on my way to designing bits around here, so don't worry. And yeah, I will see you again in the next part, where we won't actually be building anything new. We will be doing a full retrospective over the whole castle, a full castle tour, which will be really interesting because we have come an awfully long way since building the first bits over there, all the way around to here. And yeah, I will be just showing you everything so far. So thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for future updates, and I will see you again soon.